Welcome to Unlocking the Health Sciences at CFCC. This presentation will cover the process required to submit your intent to apply for any of the health science programs here at Cape Fear Community College. This presentation will not award points for any program, and it will also not count for the mandatory information session required to submit the intent to apply for the Veterinary Medical Technology program. Here we see a list of all the health science programs that are offered at Cape Fear. You will see the name of the program listed on the left and the number of available spaces on the right. If you are interested in either the radiography, medical sonography, cardiovascular sonography, or surgical technology programs, you will notice there are two sets of numbers. As an example, we will discuss the radiography program. You will notice the number of seats available say 24 and 18. The intent to apply process will select 24 students. Those 24 students will be required to complete a skills awareness course through our continuing education department. The top 18 students from the skills awareness course will then be selected to begin the radiography program in the fall semester. For radiography, medical sonography, cardiovascular sonography, and surgical technology, selection from the intent to apply process is not a guarantee of admission. Cape Fear Community College offers a cardiovascular sonography degree and diploma program. Each program accepts 4 students for the skills awareness course. If you are interested in either of these programs, you should visit the counseling office to see which version of the cardiovascular sonography program best meets your needs. Next, we see average salary ranges for these programs. This is an average hourly entry-level wage. You may or may not receive this amount that is quoted on this slide. Your actual hourly rate will depend on the agency or healthcare system where you are employed. One of the first steps of the process should be to attend an information session for the program in which you're interested in applying. These information sessions are very important for the application process. The information sessions are hosted by each individual program. Topics include how to be successful in the program, clinical rotations, program expectations, program costs, and job placement. Each health science program has its own respective information session. The information sessions are held on specific days at specific times. Information session dates are listed on each program packet. The program packets are available online at cfcc.edu/counseling. Each information session will award points for students who attend during that specific application cycle. If you are trying to earn points for the application, you must attend the information session during the same application year. No points will be awarded for sessions at previous years, with the exception of the OTA program, where the information session is good for 2 years. The Veterinary Medical Technology program requires all applicants to attend an information session prior to submitting the intent to apply. However, if you want to submit your intent for another program, you may file your intent before attending an information session. This presentation does not count as the information session needed in the Veterinary Tech program. Now we will discuss the general process, which includes the specific application period, which office students must visit to complete the intent to apply, how to register for the PSB, and the difference between a minimum requirement versus a point count. The first step in the application process is to visit the counseling office on either campus. If you visit the North Campus, you will need to go to the McKeithen Center. The McKeithen Center is located at the end of the driveway on Cape Fear Community College's North Campus. If you visit the downtown campus, you will need to go to the second floor of the Union Station building. Union Station is located on the corner of Red Cross and Front Streets in downtown Wilmington. Once you sign into the counseling office, you will be met by the first available counselor. You should bring $25 and knowledge of your personal and academic schedules. The intent to apply process is designed to ensure that you meet minimum qualifications to apply to the respective program. You cannot complete the PSB before filing the intent to apply. Here we see an intent to apply. This intent is specific to the Associate's Degree Nursing or ADN program. This document is completed by the counselor and is used to confirm that you have met the minimum requirements for your program. On the front, we see those minimums for the ADN program. Each program will have different minimum requirements. Please refer to the information packet found on our website to view the minimum requirements for your intended program. To file an intent to apply, you must visit the counseling office that is most convenient during the specified application period. Applications are not accepted before or after the dates that are listed on the cover of the information packet. Once the application period has passed, no additional intent to applies will be accepted. However, the PSB exam date may fall outside the application period. This is acceptable. In order to file an intent to apply for any health science program, you are required to complete a regular application for admissions to Cape Fear Community College. You must also submit an official high school transcript and official transcripts from all previously attended colleges. You do not need to change your major in order to apply to a health science program. You also do not need to take classes at Cape Fear in order to submit your intent to apply. However, if you begin taking classes, you will need to meet a minimum cumulative GPA. Please note, each health science program may have a different minimum GPA requirement. You must also complete specific developmental English and math courses. These courses may be waived by either previous college credit, completing developmental courses, successful completion of the placement test, or by your previous high school record. In addition to an application, transcripts, GPA, and placement testing requirements, you may be required to complete or have transfer credit for certain classes before submitting your intent. Please check the information packet for your intended program to review specific minimum requirements. Once these requirements have been met, the counselor will register you for the PSB exam. The exam will cost $25. You are only allowed to take the PSB once per application period. This exam is not scheduled very far in advance. We suggest that you are prepared to take the PSB the same month in which you file your intent to apply. If the date that is available does not work for your schedule, we will not register you for the exam as the $25 fee is non-refundable. Once you have determined that the PSB will fit your schedule, the counselor will complete this form. You will then take this form and your fee to the business office. After your payment has been processed, you will return to the counseling office with your receipt. The receipt is given to the counselor, and then you will be fully registered for the PSB. This is the PSB pass that is given to you once your fee has been paid. Listed on this pass will be the date, time, and the location for the PSB. The pass and a photo ID are required to enter the testing room on the day of exam. It is highly recommended you arrive to the designated campus at least 30 minutes prior to the start of the exam. Late arrival will not be accepted and the student will forfeit the $25. Only documented medical emergencies will allow you to reschedule the exam. Let's discuss the PSB in more detail. There are 3 different kinds of PSB tests. There is a specific PSB for the ADN program, a specific PSB for the practical nursing program, and finally, there is a PSB for the general health science programs. You may only take each PSB once during an application period. Some programs have a minimum score requirement on the PSB. If you do not meet this minimum score, you are not able to proceed through the application process. You are allowed to submit your intent to apply for multiple programs. If you are wanting to apply for the ADN program and the practical nursing program, you will take 2 different PSBs. However, if you are wanting to file an intent to apply for the ADN, the practical nursing, and the radiography programs, you will take 3 different PSBs. Each PSB will cost $25. In the event you wish to submit an intent to apply for multiple general health science programs, such as radiography or medical sonography, you can only take the general health science PSB once. When you visit the counseling office to apply for the second health science program, the PSB fee will go to renorm your previous PSB scores. You are not allowed to take the general health science PSB a second time in that application cycle. PSB scores are valid for 5 years. You may see the sections that are covered on the PSB by looking at the right side of the point count. The PSB is a national test, and therefore prep materials may be available online for purchase or in a local bookstore. Cape Fear Community College does not endorse a specific text for students to utilize in order to prepare for the exam. It is recommended that you utilize as many practice assessments as possible, as the PSB is a standardized test. You may also utilize these provided links for additional PSB prep. As noted previously, the PSB is offered limited times throughout the application period. Should you want to know when the next PSB is going to be offered, you should visit the counseling office on either campus to speak with an available staff member or email counseling@cfcc.edu. Here we see the point count for the ADN program. Each program has a different point count, and the counseling office encourages you to view the point count for your intended program. The courses that are listed on the point count are not minimum requirements to submit the intent to apply. The courses that are listed on the point count help make you a more competitive candidate during the application process. While the official point count will be calculated by the counseling office, we highly encourage and recommend you keep track of your own point totals. Courses that are used as a minimum requirement must be completed prior to filing your intent to apply. Courses that are on the point count but are not minimum requirements must be completed before the end of the application period. Courses that are being used for points may still be in progress when you file your intent. The last step in the process is called pre-assessment. Students who do not meet minimum requirements on the PSB will not be invited to pre-assessment. Pre-assessment is your opportunity to view your official point totals. Pre-assessment is held in the counseling office on either campus and will not take place until all PSB scores have been received. You will be notified about pre-assessment through the mail. Like the intent to apply, pre-assessment has specific dates that students must visit the counseling office to complete the process. Pre-assessment is the only opportunity you have to address any errors on the point counts. After the pre-assessment period has concluded, no additional edits may be made to your point count. If you do not attend the pre-assessment session, your absence is considered your consent that the point totals calculated are correct. It is highly recommended you keep track of your own point totals and bring your point count to pre-assessment to use as a guide. Remember, the point count is found on the back of your program's information packet. Once the pre-assessment process has been completed, you will be notified of your official acceptance, alternate status, or denial for your respective programs. Should you have any questions about the process or your application standing, you are encouraged to visit the counseling office on either campus. Good luck in submitting your intent to apply.